Now we are going to discuss how to measure the concentration of acid, how to measure the concentration of base. That means I want to know whether the given substance it is an acid, whether it is a strong acid, whether it is a weak acid, whether it is a weak base or whether it is a strong base. I want to know, I want to check, I want to measure the extent to which it is an acid or the extent to which it is a base. Okay. For that, in a lower classes maybe you have studied about litmus paper. Litmus paper, have you heard of litmus paper? I hope you have heard it. So, a litmus paper means there are two types of litmus paper. They are blue colored and red colored. Okay, they are blue colored and red colored. Okay. So, this blue colored litmus paper, what will they do? If we are immersing, if we have given a substance, if you have given a substance, okay, so any substance, I don't know whether it is an acid or a base, a solution is given to you. You want to check whether it is an acid or base. If I dip blue colored litmus paper, that means it will be like a strip, small strip it will be. You will get it, small strip. The one blue colored litmus paper, the whole thing will be blue in color. The red color litmus paper, the whole thing will be red in color. Okay, so that's an indicator. So we are going to discuss about indicators. So what are indicators? The substances which helps us to find out, to determine whether any substance is an acid or base. The substances which helps us to find out whether the given substance is an acid or a base. That is called an indicator. Is that clear? Okay. So litmus paper is an indicator. Litmus paper is an indicator. So how can we find out whether this given substance is an acid or base? If I take this blue colored litmus paper and if I dip into this one, if the color of the blue litmus paper changes to red, if the color of the blue litmus paper changes to red, I will say that the given substance is acid. Okay. And if the blue color doesn't change, that means it is a base. Otherwise, if I take a red color litmus paper and if I dip into it, the red color if it changes to blue, I will say that the given substance is a base. So, this litmus paper will help us to find out whether a given substance is an acid or a base. Whether a given substance is an acid or a base. Okay. But this won't help us to find out the accurate degree of acidity or basicity. Whether it is a strong acid, whether it is a weak acid, I can't find out. Okay. For that, for finding out the correct measurement of acidity and basicity, we have another indicator called pH scale. It is a measurement, pH. pH scale, it is a measurement. Power of hydrogen, potence. Potence means it is power, P. This P stands for potence and that means it is power. Power or concentration or whatever it is. Okay. So this potence or the power of H plus ions is calculated among all the materials, all the substances present, and according to that, according to the amount of H plus ions, we have arranged the substance. Okay. So for that we have given a scale, we have prepared a scale which is ranging from 0 to 14. The scale which ranges from 0 to 14. Okay. So the measurement we have means what? We have arranged a scale like this which is measuring from 0 to 14. Okay, or 1 to 14. Okay. So listen, this scale will help us to determine the strong the strength of the acid or a base. Help us to determine the strength of an acid or a base. How will it help? Okay, so listen, if the acid, the concentration of H plus ions is more, that will be placed in the first category. That means the amount, if we check the pH scale of pH measurement of any substance, and if it is shown as 1, we can understand that the hydrogen ion concentration is more in that substance, and if it is measured 2, then it will be less than 1. So 3, it is again less than 1. So till 6 we will say that if we get a measurement till 6, we will say that those compounds are acids. The measurement, if we get the measurement of any object till 6, we will say that those substances are acid, and which will be stronger acid? The substance which is having pH value 1, it is more stronger than the substance which is having pH value 6. So stronger base will be concentrated around here, weaker base will be concentrated around here. Okay, and how we are getting this scale? How we are getting this pH value? The pH value is got by the equation negative log H plus. pH is equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration. This molar concentration and all, we will be studying it in your higher classes. So this equation, the concentration of hydrogen ion in any substance, that taking the log, negative log of that value, we will get the pH value. This is how we are going to arrange it. Okay, so the scientists, they have calculated, they have done all the experiments on this with using this equation. They have formulated this equation, then they have calculated all the pH values of each and every substance, then they have arranged that this is strong base, this is strong acid, this is weak acid, etc. So using this equation, we can find out the pH value of each and every substance. Thus we will be concentrating, means what? Thus we will be making it, we will be grouping some items as strong acid, some items as weak acid. Now when it is moving this way, the H plus ion, here the H plus ions is more, here the H plus ions is very less. Then when we are moving here, the hydrogen ion concentration is decreasing. So at this point, the hydrogen ion concentration is very less. Very less. That means they will have OH minus ion concentration more. So who will be stronger base? The 14, the pH value, the substance showing pH value 14 will be strong base. The substance showing pH value 14 will be a strong base. The substance showing the pH value 1 will be strong acid. Okay, substance showing pH value 14 will be strong base, pH value 1 will be strong acid. So the acidity decreases when we are moving from 1 to 14, isn't it? Here it is strong acid, then the H plus ion concentration decreases. The basicity, what will happen to the basicity? It will increase when it is going from left to right, from 1 to 14. So here it is very small, it is strong acid, and when it comes here, it is weak base. From 8, it is weak base, and here it is strong base. So the basicity increases from 1 to 14, acidity decreases from 1 to 14. How we are getting the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, etc. How we are getting it? Using this equation, using the hydrogen ion concentration of any substance. From that concentration value, we will take the minus of log of that concentration value, we will get pH value. This log term and all, you will be studying it in your mathematics. Clear? Okay. So, and I haven't discussed, I have told you 1 to 6 it is acid, 8 to 14 it is base. Then what is 7? Then what is 7? This is the neutral substances, that is water, the water, etc., the salt, etc., they will be coming around this 7 value, pH 7. That means the pH 7 will be showing the neutral substances which is not acid, which is not base. So I have told you before, when an acid is reacting with the base, for example, if an acid is having pH value 4, a base is having pH value 10. Okay, so what will happen? Base will have a pH value 10. If we are combining it together, acid plus base, we are combining it together, 4 plus 10, that is 14 divided by 2, what we will get? It is 7. That means then the thing which we get, which is combined together, we get a single substance salt. That salt will have the value what? 7. Isn't it? That means we have taken a weak acid and a weak base. So when we took a weak acid and a weak base, we got salt. And if we take, for example, so that means it is neutral. That salt is neutral, which is having 7 itself. But if we take a strong acid 1 and a weak acid 10 or 11, a weak acid 11. Okay, so what will happen? An acid plus base, what we will get? We will get salt. But here 1 plus 11, it is 12 divided by 2, that is equal to 6. Then it is not neutral. This 6 is not neutral. This salt, then what we will call this salt? This salt is not a neutral salt. It is a mild acidic salt it is. This will have a small acidic characteristics also. But that won't be, we can't say that it is an acid. It is a salt. It's a neutral salt which is having a small acidic character because we have taken a strong acid. So in the case if we took a strong base and a weak acid, what we will get? Then also we will get what? A mild basic salt. It's a neutral salt itself, but they will show a small basic characteristics. Okay, so this is how we can check the concentration or the strength of an acid or a base. Using the H plus ion concentration, we can find out the value of pH. The pH scale or the pH value will help us to find out whether a given substance is an acid or a base. Is that clear? Okay, so using this we will also have a universal indicator which is showing some colors. Using the pH scale 1, 2, 3, 4, the same, they will show a color code also. The universal indicator will show a color code. This is the red region, this is the blue region, and the shade will increase. The blue shade will get darker from here, the red shade will get lesser from here. This will have dark red, they will have the light red will be here. Then this is green color, 7 will be showing green color, then the green shade will change into dark blue till here. Okay, from red to green to blue. Okay, so that you can refer your notebook, your textbook, or when we are writing the notes, you will understand this. Okay, so the color code and all, you can refer your textbook and you will understand that. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, you can clear your doubts anytime. Okay, is this clear? The indicator portion, is it clear? Okay. So this was what we have to study. Now we were discussing about this pH, isn't it? This pH value, we were discussing about this pH value. So importance of pH in our day-to-day life we have to study. Importance of pH in our daily life. Importance of pH in our daily life. Okay, listen carefully. During the start of this chapter, when we were starting this chapter, I have told you this acid, it is present in our stomach, isn't it? So is acid an important portion in our life? It is. That means pH is very important for us, isn't it? Because you might have, most of you are coming to school and you are having a good breakfast and then you are coming to school. But very few of you are not taking lunch, means what, are not taking your breakfast in the morning. You might be getting late to wake up so that you won't have enough time to get ready. So you will be rushing to your school because you want to reach before bell. Then what you will exclude? You will exclude your breakfast. But remember, breakfast is for our head or for our brain. Without your breakfast, you cannot concentrate into your studies. Okay, so have your breakfast always. But very few of us are not having breakfast. Some of you are regularly not taking breakfast in the morning. Those students, after some time, you will be getting a problem called ulcer. The doctor might have said it is acidity because you are not taking food. What is happening there? In our stomach, the stomach is producing hydrochloric acid for digestion of food. Okay, but when you are not taking in food at proper time, what will happen? The body will surely function properly because they are systematic. If we are not systematic, that is our problem, not our body's problem. What will our body do? They will start producing at 7:30. Okay, our stomach will start, means our brain will send message to the stomach that okay, it's time is 7:30. You can start producing HCl because the food will be there. That's the thing stored in our brain. So the stomach will easily suddenly they will start producing HCl. But HCl is waiting for the food to come. But he is waiting till 7:35, 7:40 daily. He is waiting. No, the food is not coming. The HCl got sad. Then what it will do? It will start attacking the walls of our stomach. It will start attacking the walls of our stomach. That means the acid produced in our body, it should act upon the food to digest and it will get, this means what it will get over. But if it's not getting food to get acted upon, what it will do? It will start acting upon the stomach, the walls of the stomach, and it will produce, it will carve the walls of the stomach, and the stomach will be, what will happen to the stomach? There will be holes in the stomach. This is called ulcer, and the doctor says that this is acidity. Because of the overproduction of acid in our stomach, we are getting this stomach ache and all. Okay, so what will the doctor give you? Prescribe. What will the doctor prescribe you? The doctor will say that you will take a tablet and it is called antacid. It is called, the tablet is called antacid. What is this antacid? Against acid. And what is that? That is a mild base. The doctor will prescribe you a tablet which is a base. Okay, the tablet which is a base, and what if we take in, then after some time our body, means what, the stomach will be okay because it neutralizes the acid, over acid produced in our stomach. The base and acid will get acted upon, neutralization reaction takes place, the acidity is reduced. So is there importance for our pH in our day-to-day life? There is importance, because if acid is there, we have to use correct concentrated base for deleting, not for neutralizing that acid. Okay. Same way, when an ant or a honeybee stings, okay, when it bites our body, it stings, isn't it? We will have a lot of pain. So what we will apply? We will apply mild base. We will apply mild base. Okay, we will apply mild base onto the portion where the honeybee has bitten. Okay, so what will happen? There also neutralization reaction happens, and what will have means what, the pain will be relieved. The acidity, the acidic content is reduced by applying a base. Okay. Then one more thing, there is an important application for this pH in our day-to-day life, that is in our mouth. How many times you brush a day? Okay, at least once you will brush it, right? Okay, so when you are brushing, what we are using? We are using toothpaste. We are using toothpaste. What is the pH of this toothpaste? Do you know? Before that, what is the pH in our mouth? The pH in our mouth should be around 5.6. The pH in our mouth should be around 5.6. Okay, so what will happen? This pH, when we are eating food, the 5.6 pH will get reduced to 3. That means the acidic content increases, because these food items, they will have, as I have told you, the fruits, the vegetables, etc. The fruits and all, it will be having acidic content. Okay, citric acid, acetic acid, etc. So when we are eating food, the 5.6 pH of our mouth, when we are eating in the night and we are sleeping, the pH of the stomach, means what, the mouth, it reduces from 5.6 to 3. That means it becomes more acidic. This acidic medium, this acidic portion of our mouth, means what, when it is becoming acidic, it's very helpful and it makes someone else happy, whom it is. This acidic range of pH in our mouth will help someone, or will be making someone very happy. They will be what? They will be jumping with the joy. Who will be that one? They are bacteria. They are bacteria, because bacteria can act only in acidic medium. The bacteria can only act only in acidic medium. If it is 5.6, that is weak acidic range, the bacteria cannot act. But when it comes to 3, it is a strong acidic region. Then the bacteria can act upon it. Okay, so the bacteria will be very happy to act upon our mouth, and means what, on our teeth, and the teeth will start to decay if we are not brushing. The teeth will start to decay if we are not brushing. So that's why our parents are compelling you to brush correctly or brush properly twice a day. Okay, so what is happening when we are brushing? So what is happening when we are using toothpaste? The toothpaste is, again, it's a base. The toothpaste is a base, not a strong base, a mild base. The mild base in such a way that they will adjust the pH around 5.6. Neutralization reaction happens, but from 3 they will increase it to around 3. I am saying it 3 because around it will be 3. Okay, it can be 2.5, it can be 2.7, it can be 3.6, it can be 3.9, okay, whatever it is. But the toothpaste will adjust, readjust the whatever is it was reduced, it will be increased by the toothpaste to around 5.6 pH. So the acidic range is neutralized to 5.6 by a mild base. Okay, so then the bacteria cannot act. A tooth will be very shining, because the bacteria is not acting, it's properly kept. Okay, so that we can smile with a lot of inner happiness, we can smile. No one else will look at your teeth and say, oh, what a teeth you have, you are not brushing properly. No one will say like that if you are brushing properly. So is pH important in our day-to-day life? pH is very important in our day-to-day life. Okay, so these are the important things, and you might have heard about acid rain also. So just refer some notes or some browse your net, so that you just get some notes on acidic rain and what is it, what is the pH of acidic rain and all. Okay, and the Taj Mahal, it was affected by this acidic rain. How? Just browse your net and all, you just compile some points on this one. Okay, so we were discussing about acid bases, how to determine whether it is a strong acid, strong base, using indicators, pH scale, how we can find out whether if a substance is given and if we get the pH value as 9, what is that? Is it a strong base or a strong acid, or a weak base or a weak acid? It is a weak base. What will be the color of the substances which is having, color of the pH paper if the substance is having pH scales, pH value 7, it is green. Okay, so understand everything, understand the concepts. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, so stay safe. Thank you.